Well, this is the talisman for Baku Fires this evening, and this fight has suddenly taken on a new meaning for Gairbek Germakhanov, world rank number 5, the 2012 WSB individual bantamweight champion. Germakhanov with a fantastic WSB record, 11 wins and only 2 losses, his 3rd season in the World Series of Boxing. But my goodness me, doesn't he need to come to the party now for his side?
El guerrero de México, Brian Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, just 19 years of age, world ranked 19 as well. Has got his work cut out, there's no doubt about it in this next bout, but well, seems to have been inspired by Velasquez, and I think this is fantastic coaching from Mexico's head coach. He's clearly told his fighters to come into the ring tonight, as if to say, not in my house, and so far that is what has happened. But this is a very, very different matchup now for Gonzalez. Fought once this season, lost to Cuba's Ramirez in week 1, which is certainly no dishonor in that one.
Segundo juez tenemos de Francia a Fatih Makfoua. Tercer juez tenemos de Bulgaria a Marius Journey. El tercero en la superficie.
So Sweden, Poland, Canada, and once again 2 from France make up our judging panel.
Señoras y señores, tenemos a continuación. Pelearán 5 rounds. Presentamos primeramente en la esquina azul del equipo de Azerbaiyán. Tenemos a Gairbek Germakhanov. Tenemos en la esquina contraria de los guerreros de México a Brian
Gonzalez trying to ride the crest of a wave, started by Velasquez in that light flyweight bout. Mexico off to a fantastic start. They lead Azerbaijan Baku Fires 1-0. Gairbek Germakhanov now needs to make this one count. This is very, very important indeed for the visitors in terms of their Group B aspirations. Germakhanov in the black trunks with the flames licking up the legs. That's a fantastic kit, isn't it? The Mexican trunks, not too shabby either. The sparkly green, and already Germakhanov making his presence felt. This is really going to be a tough one for Gonzalez to cope with. He's got to try and see off these early flurries and find a bit of rhythm. Germakhanov just saying to his young opponent, if that's what you want to do, then I can cope with that as well. You want to hold, I'll hold back. You want to push, I'll push back. How about we fight? Tell you what, Gonzalez doesn't really want to do the latter. Needs to see off these initial encounters and needs to just settle in this fight. He's trying to throw big shots, but Gairbek is going to see that. That's a good shot. Nice effort from Gonzalez, but that's wild. And wild again. Got to make this reach count as the Mexican. And another ferocious start. But Gonzalez has got to be careful here. Germakhanov, unbelievably fit, and he's been tagged again. A little bit one-dimensional from Gonzalez, but he's got through twice now. Germakhanov trying to give the impression that he's just toying with the 19-year-old. 6 years of age, vastly experienced on the World Series of Boxing, this man, both in a team and an individual sense. Oh, and that's, I think, just a little low with the head as he went into that hold. He's been very aggressive as the Baku fires man right from the off, but Gonzalez showing a tremendous amount of bravery here. Just covers up against the onslaught at close quarters. Germakhanov has all the answers, doesn't he? Well, a spicy first round. You have to say it was the Azeri boxer that showed his quality in terms of how he dominated the ring. Landed a couple of decent shots to target areas, but Gonzalez kept throwing the punches. And he got home with two, and Germakhanov was not happy. So Germakhanov, the 26-year-old world number 5, got a little bit to prove in this second round. Once again, good start for Mexico, but I would say a sense of foreboding for this home crowd. They're trying to roar Gonzalez on already. Goes straight on the attack. Good work by Germakhanov. Again, ferocious pace from these two, and this has really got the crowd going. Oh, that's reckless from Gonzalez. He's a lucky boy there. Just got out of the way before Germakhanov landed the big right. At last, Gonzalez trying to use that superior reach. A bit taller than his opponent. To try and find those scoring shots at range. Ferocious left. But Germakhanov still can't find his man. Well, never as a bantamweight contest. Looked like it's not going to go the distance. My goodness me. I'm not sure Gonzalez has got the power to put Germakhanov down. I think all the power is with the man in the black trunks, but it can certainly hurt him. And Gonzalez getting very wise to this. Germakhanov not happy about that forearm. Wow. Germakhanov's head rocked back once again. And look at this from Gonzalez. He's almost goading the more experienced opponent. It's a dicey game to play, but if you can pull it off, then it could get results here for Mexico. Just like Ibiev for the Fires in the first match, he's just not finding it. Slightly better work there from Germakhanov. Little combinations inside, scoring well. A decent right as well, but side and left, nowhere near. Oh, that's a push. Don't think he's going to have to take a count for this one. No, he doesn't. That was definitely Gonzalez pushing his man to the floor off balance. And the crowd here in the Foro Palanco getting a real treat this evening, and those two wanting to keep going after the bell. And look at that from Gonzalez, celebrating to the crowd after only 2 rounds. Look at that, some unbelievable shots being thrown. Thrown all caution to the wind, the Mexican, but it's unconventional. Germakhanov not seeing some of this stuff coming. He's a slippery customer, isn't he, Gonzalez, for such a tall lad? Well, they're not called the Guerreros for nothing, and the Warriors have come to fight this evening in Mexico City. Was the push. Definitely not a knockdown, and referee all over that one. Away we go, round 3. This is a fantastic response from the home crowd. And this is getting a little bit nasty out there, and Gonzalez has to keep his cool. Germakhanov is not a happy man. He's not enjoyed the antics of the youngster. But you mustn't get involved. You've got to stay in your own space. You've got to fight your own fight. Germakhanov definitely has the ability. And he definitely caught Gonzalez with that last shot. And Gonzalez trying to come back. Nice straight left from Germakhanov, and 3 wild swings from Gonzalez. Good body shots. This is a much better round for the Azeri.
Step back, no holding.
This is excellent dominance of the space. So in terms of what the judges are looking for, this is all good for the man in the black trunks. Gairbek Germakhanov moving forward virtually all the time. Gonzalez managing to get on the front foot for that last encounter, but he hasn't landed much in this 3rd round, the Mexican. Oh, well, that was a little bit of a cheap shot to the midriff from Germakhanov. But I just think he's had enough of the antics of this youngster. He really has given him a run for his money. Well, Gonzalez is not afraid to dish it out, is he? This is good work from him. This is a strong finish from the Mexican to this 3rd round. He's got him again with a left this time. Germakhanov looking a little ragged now. Trying to recover his composure, but the Azeri boxer is not happy. This is not going to plan. AZERBAIJAN Baku fighters who came here tonight determined to get the win again, having beaten Mexico 5-0 in week 2. To that win, to be able to improve their position in Group B and potentially go level with Russia to start with. Nobody wants to face the Ottomans in the quarterfinals, that's for sure. Becomes the quarterfinal of death then, doesn't it, after being in the group of death. 2/3 of that round seemed to belong to Germakhanov, but what a recovery from Gonzalez, and he has definitely rattled this man. Germakhanov not looking happy at all. And away we go with round 4 of this 5-round contest. Understandably, the pace has slowed slightly. Both boxers a little more circumspect now.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, it's a wrestling match. They won't mind that here in Mexico City. But what the teenager has done so well, Gonzalez, is he's not taken any of Germakhanov's messing around here at close quarters. He's given as good as he's got. Not much of it within the rules from either man. There's too much of this going on. And that's just a blatant attempt there from Germakhanov to just cling on to Gonzalez and drag him down. But this is just giving Gonzalez more encouragement. The wily old campaigner trying a few tricks here.
Step back, step back.
Gonzalez now just showboating a bit. That's a headlock from Germakhanov. Doesn't know what to make of him, does he? Tried to teach him a lesson in rounds 2 and 3 and it didn't work. Well, it's another close contest. Both men have done some really good chunks of work. Overall, Germakhanov has looked the more contained of the two, but this is excellent stuff from Gonzalez, who, well, he turned his back on Germakhanov and then tried to make out he was being held, and the referee's seen that one. Good call. Now can Germakhanov finish this 4th round strongly? 2 good shots. No answer from Gonzalez, who's just leaning in. No, that's sluggish. That's sluggish from the Mexican. I think one of those shots hurt him. And he will be desperate for the bell, the man in the green trunks. Buying time, trying to squeeze a second here and there. And Germakhanov now, renewed confidence. He knows he's got the teenager on the run. Can he make this count? Great comeback from Gonzalez again. Huge spirit from the Mexican. Germakhanov shaking his head as he moves back to his corner. It all happened at the wrong time for him, really. Good start to the round, then a slightly tame middle. And when he had a chance to finish, he couldn't. And there was some reasonable scoring shots there from Gonzalez. Look at all that work from Germakhanov. I didn't see a punch land there. Relentless stuff now. That was one of the shots that I think hurt Gonzalez, and his legs were certainly a little spindly after that. I honestly don't think you can get a much better advert for pure boxing. The boxing that is the World Boxing Series from ABA. 5th and final round. It's been another spirited effort from the Mexican youngster. Velasquez got the ball rolling tonight for the home side with a very good win, and that's a nasty one. Germakhanov again in close and raises his head. No damage done, I don't think, to Gonzalez, but this is a big round for the 19-year-old in the green trunks. Gonzalez has got to keep attacking. He's got to find a way through. Germakhanov is trying to make his opponent chase off balance.
Step back, step back, step back.
just present a target that he can go after. Germakhanov is very tired. He's not a happy man, I can tell you. Oh, that's a good shot from Gonzalez. Didn't land it as square as he would like. It was more of a glancing blow, but it definitely caused a little falter in the step from the Azeri boxer. Germakhanov hasn't won all those fights on the WSB for nothing. And he's hanging in there in this one. He's trying to show the judges that it's him that is working all the way to the close, but he is out on his feet at the moment. Both men completely drained. In another quite fantastic bout. Good fast hands from Gonzalez, and that's a good right.
Don't hold, don't hold, don't hold. Stop.
Well, that is just exhaustion. Germakhanov leaning on the 19-year-old, and he went to ground. Both men have been down a couple of times. None of it to do with punching, and that hurt. That hurt. That was a big shot from Germakhanov, and another to the body. Working well with that left hand. And this is a nervy time here for the Mexican. He's got to watch himself. Doesn't want to hang that chin out. Germakhanov working the body, trying to open him up for the big shot. Excellent finish here for the Baku Fire's main man. And remember, Mexico still have Juan Romero to come, who is their talisman this evening. Well, full marks to both contestants. Can barely get back to their corners. Absolute exhaustion after a ferocious bout. First 3 rounds at a pace that you just knew they couldn't continue. Well, rather like Velasquez in fight number 1. Gonzalez throwing punches left, right and centre, and some of them landed. But lots of experience from the youngster in close quarters. He didn't let Germakhanov dictate the situation. He pushed back, and he pushed back hard. Germakhanov will be feeling unlucky not to land a bigger punch during that fight. There were chances, there were opportunities. It's a target, but Gonzalez kept moving. Covered up well when he needed to. Good effort from the youngster. Lots of effort from one of the veterans on this World Series of Boxing. Germakhanov was not expecting that. It was not a fight that he relished. In the end, started very confidently, didn't he? He's a boxer, but just couldn't find a way in on a consistent basis. And once again, this Mexican crowd will be expectant. 1-0 to Mexico so far on the night. Well, this is unbelievable. The way these Mexican boxers have fought this evening is just incredible. So much heart from the Warriors. The Guerreros have really done the business. And another decision goes their way.